Hi, I'm John Wood from Tri Coaching. Here are my 5 top tips to boost your running technique efficiency. Point number 1 is posture. Good posture means that you're less likely to get injured, and it means you're less likely to leak in energy, which means everything's helping you go forward. One of my favorite exercises to do this is to do some single leg standing. What you're going to do is stand on one leg, you're going to lift the other leg off the floor, and we're going to think about engaging those glute muscles to help you stand up as tall as you can, keeping your head and eyes looking forwards. Really simple. You can even do this whilst brushing your teeth or washing up, or even standing in a queue whilst you're waiting. Number 2 is a strong core. This follows on from good posture, but what that means is engaging these core muscles through your stomach and through your lower back. It helps keep your hips up, and it helps keep everything moving forward. Favorite exercise for doing this is a dead bug. What you're going to do a dead bug is you're going to lie on your back, pressing your back flat into the floor. So this helps with the posture as well. You're then going to lift your knees above your hips and put your hands in the air. And then to add some movement in, you're going to lower one hand towards the floor and the opposite leg and bring them up. And at the same time, keeping your back flat on the floor. Tip number 3 is hip extension. Good hip extension is really important because it helps us stride longer for every step that we take. We spend a lot of time on our bikes or sat down, so our hips get very, very tight. So to help with good hip extension, we've got a couple of stretches. My favorite is to do a half kneeling. You're going to put one knee on the floor with your foot behind you and the other foot slightly in front of you to give you balance. You should start feeling a stretch from your abs down into your upper thigh. And if you're not, what I want you to think about doing is tucking your hips underneath, squeezing your glute muscles and keeping a straight line from your knee to hip to your shoulder. So again, this reinforces that good posture and it'll stretch out those hip flexor muscles down into your legs. Tip number 4 is having a good arm swing. We want to make sure that that elbow moves forwards and backwards because it helps give us an elastic recoil across our body. So as your hand moves forward, your opposite knee will come through and push back again. Many people swing from their hands and they'll actually drop the hand away from them and lift it up, so that you lose all that elastic power. Really nice exercise to work on that arm swing is a running man. You're going to stand on one leg and you're going to lift one knee up, and then you're going to lift the opposite hand as if you're going to run. And then you're going to push that elbow back and your foot towards the floor behind you. So you can practice swinging that arm through in a nice straight line and not across your body. A really nice cue for this is to think from taking your hand from pocket to socket. Point number 5 is to think about cadence. Many people run with a long loping stride, which means the cadence ends up being really slow. So we want to try and bring that cadence up a little bit, trying to move your feet a little bit quicker. And a really good way of doing this is to do hill runs. You're going to run up a hill because that means you've got to move your feet quickly to get up. You can't overstride, which means you can't step out too far in front of you. And it also helps you build on that posture and that arm swing that we've worked on previously. When you're working on anything technical, you're never going to remember it for the whole run every single step of the way. So rather than trying to think of something all the time, pick a few occasions through a run, maybe 60 seconds every 10 minutes, or the first 30 seconds of every kilometre, where you hyper-focus on that one technical point. It might be lifting your hips up. It might be making sure you're focusing on a point down the road. It might be driving your elbows. Hyper-focus on that point and then let it go. And then pick it up again next time round, whether it's next kilometre, 10 minutes time, whatever it is. You'll find that you'll remember and focus on that point so much better, and you'll notice when you're not doing it so well.